Welcome to Crystal Water Tarot. This is going to be a general reading, just going to kind of go with the flow of how I feel as I go through this reading. Please take what resonates. Not all messages may be meant for everybody, so please only take what resonates and leave the rest. So, and again, this is a timeless reading, and this for the collective. So the first card out is the Three of Swords, which is something you're getting over, someone or many of you, whatever, however this resonates, maybe getting over a disappointment, a relationship. You may be getting over some type of an emotion, a loss, something that you're getting over. And this is Swords energy. So with the Swords energy, we are talking Libra. Oh gosh, what is it? Air, Aquarius. Those types of energies, and I can't remember the other one, so I do apologize. Oh, Gemini. So again, I'm just feeling like some type of a loss that you may have had. Again, this could also be relationships. This may have also been a job. But you're getting over some emotions that you have felt that have, that were definitely painful. Then we have the Devil in reverse. Power gained through evil. Pain through corruption. Somehow someone, or somebody may have tried to control you, and what's coming through is, with this release energy, someone may have tried to control you. So with what's being released and this detached, is that with this relationship or job, whatever this is coming from, where you're releasing it, you're walking away from something that may have controlled you in the past. You're walking away from, and bear with me one moment while I cover this. So something in the past, or you may be in the process of walking away, but something that held you, you're walking away from. You're moving away from it. You're releasing something that held control of you. The bondage is being broken. If you had an addiction, and sometimes if an obsession, if somebody, it can be over somebody, it can be over alcohol, even food, something that you can be obsessed with. It's coming to a release, an emotion. People who are workaholics, something's coming to an end. You're working it, you're releasing that emotion. Thinking, I'm not good enough. You're releasing that thought, because maybe in your head, someone may be previously put in your head that you were never good enough, and that's coming to an end. You're working through the emotions. And we've got the Lover's card again in reverse. And the Lover's card here talks about, poor choices and stuff. And again, I'm feeling like you may blame yourself, or others may have blamed you. And I'm feeling like, you made the choices, it's all on you, but you're releasing that. You're walking away from the choices that you made. You're walking away from, you're releasing the guilt. You're releasing it's it's what I did. So you're releasing that. You're walking away. You're moving forward. And I'm really getting the sense that this isn't something that just happened. This is emotions. This is relationships that have built up over time. This isn't something that is just like a one-up. This isn't something that just happened overnight. This has been, with the devil here, it's kind of like history repeating itself. I'm getting this sense because I'm coming through with the obsession type thing, and for me that's kind of like, you keep doing something over and over and over again, and maybe expecting different results or thinking of a new beginning, but you need to release that. And with this releasing, I'm seeing that, or I'm feeling that you're finally releasing it. You're releasing it so that with the Lover's card, it doesn't always necessarily mean romantic, but it also means choices. So with this card here, I'm feeling like, somebody, may say, you always make the same choices and blah, 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 but you're releasing that. You're releasing maybe the put downs. You're releasing the people getting in your head and saying, you're the one that did it. Make your bed, you lie in it. Yep, that is true. But, sometimes when we make choices because of others. And where there's two people on both of these cards, I'm feeling like other people may have been involved in the choices that you made. And again, that's why I'm thinking it's relationships, but it doesn't always necessarily mean romantic relationships. It could have meant family obligations, that sort of thing. But I'm just feeling like you're getting off the roller coaster ride. You're releasing whatever happened in the past. You're releasing what you've been told in the past. Here, unrealistic, childlike. Maybe in the past, people put, whether it be, again, people may have put unrealistic expectations on you. Maybe said that, they expected you to do certain things. They expect you to play certain roles, that sort of thing. And, maybe it wasn't your role to play. Maybe it wasn't necessarily your role to step up. Maybe the expectations that people put on you were expectations that should have not been yours. So they were really unrealistic. Whether this be relationships or, again, job, family, whatever the case may be, but the whatever they envisioned you, it was for their purposes, not for yours. And again, I'm going back to this Three of Wands, because what they put you through, whoever this may have been, whether it be other people, what they put you through, you're walking away from. Not that I'm not saying that we're not responsible for our own actions, because we do have choices, we do have free will, we do have all of that. But I'm getting the sense that because of your personality, you step up. You don't just walk away from people. You believe in what you do. You believe in helping. You believe that if somebody expects something of you, you're there for them. And sometimes that's great, and sometimes people over expect, where we've got the devil card. Sometimes the expectations that are put on you, you do too much. You just give and give and give, literally until it hurts. And then, but yet it's not a give and take, is what I'm getting. It's not a balanced. And the bottom card is we've got the Ace of Wands. So what I'm getting here is, yep, you're starting here, but with this Ace of Wands, you're coming into mental balance. You're coming into seeing where you're starting to, I want to say you're starting to use your words. You're starting to use the word no. You're looking for a fresh start. You're starting to focus on yourself. You're starting to look at what truly makes you happy. You're starting to focus on yourself. You're starting to look back at your past, and you're starting to, rather than go down that same road, you're starting to look for new avenues. You're starting to work on not repeating the past. You want to go down new paths. You want to, when you look at relationships, when you look at your jobs, when you look at, you're trying to make sure history does not repeat itself. So you're using your logic. With this here, I'm seeing with the Ace of Swords, I'm seeing that you're gonna move ahead. I'm feeling that you're gonna move ahead. You're going to get to where you want to go, but it's going to take strength, and it's going to take the work of not repeating the past. It's going to take your emotional stability. It's going to take not going back to where people are putting their intentions on you. When somebody comes up and says, well, but do you really want it? I really need, yeah, get it. They really need your help. But it's kind of like, if you stop and you do that, what is that action going to have on you? If you stop and you do this for them, helping people is fantastic. It's rewarding and everything. But when you keep giving, if all you do is give all the time, you keep giving your energy away, what is the effect on you? So that's where you need to, like this sword, you've got the blue and the white, you need to balance that. You need to balance the giving. Because some people just keep giving and giving and giving, while others just keep taking and taking and taking, and you lose that. Sometimes we just tire ourselves out when we give so much. And then sometimes when you ask others for that help, the same people that you've been giving to, sometimes it's not reciprocated. It's just, you ask for their help, and it's a much different story. And that's what I'm getting here in the cards. I'm getting that, the relationships that you've been around, whether in all types of the relationships, it's always been given that you've been the giver, but yet you've been the giver. And what I'm getting with these two cards is that when you've tried telling these people that, hey, I've done, I give, I've done this and this and this, and the people that you've actually given to, totally put it on you. They make it seem like, they don't get that they are some of the people that keep taking from you. They don't get that they are some of the people that are the ones that, you do things for, and they don't realize that when you turn in kind and you say, hey, can you help me with this, they put restrictions on it. And they don't realize that they don't see themselves as being that person. So that's what I'm getting with these two cards. It's a much different story. And you're releasing it because deep down, it does break your heart. There is disappointment there. Because you're kind of like, not that you want the help, but it does feel like you're kind of, there's disappointment. There's a sense of betrayal, kind of. Because it's kind of like, I don't know how to word it. It's just kind of like, it's heartbreaking because you expect these people to be there for you like you were for them, but they're not, even though their words were that they would be. It's kind of like, I don't know. I think, and then the other thing is maybe, in a sense, unrealistic, maybe in turn, maybe it's just unrealistic to think that these people can possibly understand you. because they can't grasp the facts. Some people can't. Maybe it's, maybe their emotions are not there, because it could be that you're at a different level than other people are. Some people are just the giving sorts, I feel. And then some people just are very self-centered, and they don't open up. It's kind of like with this card, they're obsessed with what they need, and they don't see others in the same, is what I'm getting. And you're more about the others around you. Can we get more information, please? We've got the Two of Swords. The Eight of Swords in reverse. The Star in reverse. The Empress in reverse. And the King of Wands. Two of Swords is kind of like you hold back your emotions. It can talk about stalemate, trying to make a decision. But I think with it falling under here is that you may be the type of person and with this type of situation, you may not say anything. You may just kind of go with the flow of it. You may not want to hurt somebody, because you just don't want to say anything. You don't want to hurt anybody. In that sense, you suppress. You just hold tight. But with this Eight of Swords here in reverse, normally when it's upright, it talks about you do a self-imposed restrictions, fear. But I'm sensing that with this here falling right under here, under the Devil, and this being reversed, that you're going to change that. You're going to start letting people know how you feel, especially with the two here and here, with the three here, excuse me. You're going to start opening this up. Because if you don't, the healing, which, the Star here, the Star talks about healing and hope, and finding peace. Because if you don't move forward, if you don't start removing this self-imposed prison, which that kind of talks about with this, if you have it in reverse, if you don't, then you're not going to have any. You're never going to move forward. You're never going to grow, because the Empress talks about growing in reverse. You're never going to really move forward, like the rest of these cards talk about. And with the King of Wands, you need to follow your passion. You need to move forward. You need to find your own inspiration. And with this card here falling right under the Ace, you need to move forward. And with the way this is laid out, is that here, you've got the emotion here that's suppressed. With this here, I'm getting the sense that the self-imposed restriction, you're going to remove that. And that way there, by removing that, the hope that right now that's in reverse, by removing the self-imposed restriction, you're going to then make it so that you're going to be able to move forward with this. Because if you don't, oh my goodness, the hope and finding peace and the growth, you're not going to go if you don't release. And with the King of Wands falling at the end, I'm feeling that you're going to remove it so that this will all fall in line at the end, and especially falling right underneath the Ace of Swords. Can we please get a little bit more information on any future actions? You need to remove the anxiety, because right now there is no self-blame. Yes, you've made decisions in the past. Yes, things happen, but there is no, you can't blame yourself for, what people may have imposed on you. There's anxiety tied to it. People put things on you, maybe. You may have put things on yourself, but at some point in time, you have to release it. At some point in time, you can't keep holding on to it, because it'll eat you inside. And you can keep playing the blame game all you want, but you can play the blame game. You're always gonna, every day we move forward, every day in our life we move a step forward, we have a setback, but those setbacks don't make it so that we don't keep moving ahead. And so, but we can't let anything hold us back. Some people may try to stop us. Some people, if we try moving forward, may also try to make us have setbacks. And I feel like maybe sometimes the people in your life may try to hold you back. But at some point in time, with this card here, you need to start making your own dreams. You need to start following that dream of yours. You need to start making things come true for yourself. And, at some point in time, you need to look at what you want, rather than to keep living somebody else's life. What do you want in your life? What do you want? What choices in your life do you want? You need to, with the Queen of Wands, you're starting to find your own confidence again. I think that with moving forward, putting things behind you, making simple changes in your life, you're going to find that confidence that you need. And you're going to get stronger. Yeah. Definitely, again, coming here, you're going to have, you're going to have setbacks. At night, you're always going to have certain things, we all do. We look back and we always shoulda, coulda, woulda. That always happens. That happens to everybody. But moving forward, day by day, you're gonna meet small dreams. You're gonna make certain things come true that are for you. You're gonna start to build confidence again, and you're gonna start to build a foundation as this confidence grows. Anything else, spirits and guides? Eight of Cups. You're no longer, with the Eight of Cups, usually in upright talks about sadness, lack of fulfillment. You're no longer feeling that because you're now starting to fill the cups with, before it was like walking away because the cups are being filled for others. Now you're dumping all that stuff out. Now you're looking at filling the cups with your own dreams. The sadness is starting to go away because you're starting to live a life for yourself. You're starting to dump out those cups and you're starting to look at filling up those dreams with stuff for yourself. Six of Wands, you're talking about success, moving forward. Knight of Swords, moving ahead quickly. You're on a path to move forward. The Devil energy again. This time we're upright, transforming, and you're releasing again. But this time you're releasing stuff and you're making changes, but you're not. The Fool usually talks about innocence and fresh starts and new beginnings. I'm getting a sense that, yep, this is a new beginning for you, but you're not innocent in the sense that you're not going to let people put you in unrealistic situations again. You're not going to let people take control of you again like they did in the past. You have your own shoes to fill. And you're not going to let somebody else fill your shoes. Even though others may be watching on the sidelines, you're not going to let somebody fill your shoes with what they want. You're gonna put in your shoe. You're gonna do what you want this time, and you don't have that same innocence that you did when you first started out. I want to say that innocence is gone. The innocence of a new beginning is there, of a fresh start, moving forward, new beginning. That innocence is there. However, the innocence of going forward with eyes wide open and thinking the world that nothing can go wrong, that's not there. That is, I want to say, that expectation is not there. You know that if you're not careful, this can come back around, and the obsession of having people try to control you, make you do, just kind of put you under their thumb, that can come back again. Okay, let's get some other cards. Okay, we have the number 10, enlightened. The knowledge you seek is seeking you. There are no distorted versions of reality. And this to me reduces to number 1, enlightened. I think that you've seen things, you've experienced things. You're now becoming aware of how you can be, of the life that you can live, that you've been maybe trapped in a world that has been the world or the life for others, and now you've been enlightened, you've seen, you've realized, you've had a taste of freedom, so that now you've been enlightened to a world or a life that you can possibly live, and that's where you would like to head to. The card number 11, Great Awakening. It is time to cut through the veil, speak your truth to the collective, and you shall be seen. Again, interestingly enough, I did shuffle the cards. That Great Awakening, I feel like you're coming alive. And I'm looking at this card and I'm seeing like an eye. I'm actually somehow seeing a face right in here. Yeah, I'm seeing like a face, a hand. I'm seeing a cat. I don't know if cats mean anything to anybody, but like right here, it's like a cat's nose. Yeah, I can see like things in here. But yeah, I just feel like it's like you're coming to life. You're experiencing things that you haven't experienced before. Things that you thought you would never experience. Love. People caring about you for who you are, maybe, not for what you do for them. That sort of thing. Then we have mimicry. Number 30 reduces to 3. And I think I believe this card means basically copying, mimicry. But it's like the dog is just looking on, just watching as this bird does its thing, and I kind of feel like the dog is just sitting on the sidelines and watching while the crow is seen, and the dog is just kind of like, okay, I'm sitting here. And that's kind of like, I feel like maybe you're just kind of watching life go by, and the crow has been the one that's been in the spotlight. And I feel like maybe now you're like, what have I been doing, or what's this all about? So I think maybe like you're awakening, that it's your time to shine. And again, I'm seeing like, there's a lot of places. I'm seeing like dark going to light, things coming to life. Because here you've got very dark and gloomy, and then down here you've got all the pretty flowers coming to life. And then here we've got dreaming days. I feel like with this card here, this card to me says, we've got the hearts, that you've been dreaming of what your life could be like, while you've been watching it pass you by. You've been going through the motions of life, for others, and now it's time, like with these little fairies, now they're telling you it's time to get out, let's get out there. You've had your faithful ones by your side. I'm feeling like you have either maybe cats or dogs or birds, but it's time for you to maybe put down the books or put down the fantasies and get out there and go into the real world. That you've sat by and you've watched others live while you've been held back by maybe the people that have been living the lives, while people that have maybe put their expectations on you, they've held you back in some way, and now it's time for you to release any emotions and just to move forward with your life. I wish you all well. I hope this reading helps someone. I hope you've enjoyed this reading. That is the end of this reading. Thank you for joining Crystal Water Tarot. Please like and subscribe, and hope to you join me the next time. Thank you.